Good morning, everyone. Sheila here in Boho Daydreams. So welcome to my channel. I hope everyone's having a wonderful, wonderful day. I have been up since about 4:30 trying to get things ready for the post. I had my grandkids drop by yesterday. They had got kind of like a mini bike, and they had so much fun playing out here in the back. So I had lots of fun watching them play. So that just meant I needed to get up a little bit early. So if you hear me yawn, that's why, like right now. Anyway, this is part 5 of creating a Sweet Pea Mini. And I've made a lot of mistakes along the way, which is embarrassing for me, but it also kind of shows each of us that a mistake in this little journal is never really a mistake because there's so many parts and components to it. So we had done the stamping, and then I was going straight to embossing when I realized I needed to do gesso first. So this is the page that I had embossed, and then I remembered gesso. So you can kind of see that it dulled the gold, but that's okay because we're going to be adding a little bit more gold to that anyway. So as I was looking through my my pages, I noticed that there were some that were left blank, and then I remembered, oh right, I wanted to do some embossing, which I completely forgot about because, well, I didn't write it all down. But they turned out really nicely. I like them. I love the way the gesso just gives it more of an old look, and it really does remind me of pictures I used to look at in magazines of little seaside resort villages where you had the little homes that were all whitewashed and whatnot. Really, really pretty. And you know, now all the different colors, they just kind of blend together, don't they? And the white just really makes it look clean. This is such a fun project. I love it. See, I did it upside down, and that was kind of embarrassing to me because I wasn't paying attention, and it was caught on camera. So this is what they look like. Whoops, upside down. I think I did a few upside down with the writing too. In fact, I remember that I had. Do I have them all upside down? No. Some. I love that. I love that Tim Holtz collage paper because it just blends right in with the paper. You can't even feel it. It is one with the paper. And this, I love it. All right. So I'm just going to, I'm going to turn off the video, and then I'm going to be right back. All right. So I'm back. I separated the ones that had the stamping on to the ones that don't have stamping on. And I have never embossed on video before. In fact, I haven't done a lot of embossing, but I want to do just a little bit with this. And so what you're going to need is your favorite stamps again. You'll need an embossing pad, and you'll need something that your cling stamps can stick to so you can get a nice clean stamp, and then some stamps. And as I can't find my swirly stamp that I love so much, as you can see, it's missing, and it's missing somewhere in my mess here, and I was looking for it and I can't find it. I'm going to grab my second favorite one. Which one is it? I think it's this one right here. I think it is this one right here. So I'm just going to stick that on there, and I'm going to see how that looks if I go right there, or if I want to do this, or if I just want to do this. I don't know. I'm going to try this because what I want to do is I want to do it in, because, oh yeah, you'll also need your embossing powders. I have a white, glacier white, and mirror gold. I'm going to link these items into the description box of this video, and you'll need your heat source so that you can melt the embossing powder. All right, so let's see if I can get this right. You know, it's one thing to be off camera practicing, but it's a whole nother story when you're on camera practicing. And that's how it feels, even though I've done this a few times. All right, so let's just place that where you want it. Just kind of give it a good press. Oh, you know what? I should have, yes. I have one of those corn puffy things so that your embossing powder doesn't stick everywhere, because I'm kind of nervous that it might do that here. But it's all white, so it's not, this isn't going to matter, but if it was black, it would. I have to see if I can find that. Where's my white? So you're going to want to have a paper underneath this so that you can capture all the embossing powder that's not going to stick to your page. And because it's a little bit textured, it's not going, the glue or the embossing ink pad, whatever that's called, the stamp pad, it's not getting into all the cracks and crannies, but it's going to be really, really pretty, I hope. All right, here goes. This might be a little bit noisy. And always start your heat gun away from your source, just because you don't want it to just like blow it all away right away. So let it heat up a little bit. Oh, there we go. Am I in frame? Yes, I am. Good. Isn't that pretty? You don't want to linger too long because it will lift your napkin. Oh, isn't that pretty? Just like, it's so pretty. All right, I have to find my cornstarch thingy. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Look at how pretty that turned out. All right, so I want to do another one. I want to use this stamp from Lorna Taylor. Let me see. I think it's this one right here. And I want to do this one also in white, and I want to do it spread across. So we're going to do one more, and then I'm going to just finish stamping these up. And then I'll come back and we'll do the the gold foil. Oh, probably stamped too hard. Oh yes, I found it. So this is a little cornstarch bag, and you puff your project first. And it's not so important when you're doing white on kind of a white background like that, where it doesn't really matter. But if you were doing black, all the extra speckles, they would remain on the surface, and then you would see little black spots. If I can find where I got that from, I'm going to link that in the description box, because that's a really nice thing to have when you're embossing. All right. Oh, I need my paper, or a paper. We'll just use this one. Oh yeah, that should be something. Should be interesting because it's so flimsy. All right, so carefully just kind of spread it all over. Give it a little bit of time to capture. all perfect. I think. I can't tell. I can't tell. Oh my goodness, this is going to be a challenge. Oh boy. All right. Did it. Okay. So let your little tool, your heating tool, warm up a little bit. And then come back and heat this up. Oh yes, I like it. So pretty. Okay, so I'm going to just finish up a little bit more of this, and then I'm going to return and we're going to do some gold foil. Okay, I am back. So I did the Tiffany Co. and I did this, and I did it in white, and I love, love, love how that turned out. And I did one in black too, because there was no black on this page, so I just thought it would stand out. And then I think you saw me do this one and this one. And I had forgotten to use my puffy puff thing for this. And so I was able to sweep away the excess because I could actually see it. And I just used just my little brush and I just, you know, did that. I didn't catch them all, but I caught a lot of them, the little stragglers. But with the white, it didn't matter. And so, you know, you can get everything ready, but then you forget to use it, right? So I forgot to tell you that these embossing powders, these are really, really great embossing powders. They are so fine, and they're called the world's greatest embossing powders. And I am going to link that in the description box. The package that I got had the five of them, and they're really big size. So you get silver and clear, the white, the glacier white, the midnight black, and the gold mirror. And these are the ones I use. I am sure that this would look fantastic on something that's darker, and I'm going to try that maybe on another project that I'm working on. But these are the ones that I have been using, and I love the white. Love, 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 love it. So I'm going to try and remember to link those. All right, so now we're going to get on to just a bit of the embossing, the gold flake. I have embossing on my mind. So for that, you're going to need your glue. And I use art glitter glue, but I think any glue like this will work. And I found these little bottles on Amazon, and I just love them. I've already lost the little ball on top, but you know, in my mess, somehow I always seem to find these little pins, you know. I can lose everything else, but that I find. And they're so tiny, they're so easy to use, and as long as you keep that in, it doesn't clog up, and it's like super, super fine tip. So you just kind of put your glue where you want, right? Now, I have tried to use the glue stick, and I did a project one time, a swap, where I, of course, did the project last minute, needed to go out that day, and I came back the next morning after applying all the gold flake, because I'm a gold flake lover. I use it everywhere. And it all fell off. Glue stick didn't hold it. And it wasn't like a cheap glue stick that I was using. It just did not hold the gold on at all. It just fell right off. So I wouldn't suggest using a glue stick. Use a glue like this. So I think that I already went through one, but we're going to do a few here. And if you have any questions, I'm going to link my email in the description box, so you can find me, and even through my previous videos, I usually have that all linked. And also I'm going to link the group, so you're welcome to join us there. Just answer all the questions so we can make sure that you're not You're not a robot. And you know what? I'm already squirting glue all over the place. I must have filled this bottle and forgot. Oh my goodness. Ah! All right, so I'm already sticky. So I love to just add a little bit of glue just to accent places. And you can add, you know, quite a bit like this. But when it comes to actually dusting it off, not a lot stays. Even though you feel like, wow, that's an awful lot of gold. And then you just pat your gold on, break it up, just pat it on where you want it. Yeah. I must have glue on my fingers because it was sticking straight to my fingers. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, and then I just tear these extras off and I just stick them on. And you're going to let that dry. Otherwise, you'll be dusting it all off. You won't, and there will be no gold left. So I leave it like that. And you can always add more later if you want. Let's see. We'll do this one. And this is just personal preference too, where you place your gold. It's just fun to play with. And all of this too, where I get mine, is linked in the description box. There are some things that I don't remember where I got them, so they're not linked. And if you forget where you've put your glue because you can't see it or you haven't, it'll dry, and the art glitter glue dries clear, so you never have to worry that you're going to see it later because it dries so nice and clear. We're in love with the art glitter glue because it is just such a nice glue. Did I miss any place? I don't think so. All right, they take a little bit to dry. And I didn't do anything on this page other than that stamp, no dark, because I might want to decorate this one with some lace, because we have the embellishing to do yet after this. There's the cutting them to size, punching holes yet, and then decorating. Now I have glue all over my fingers. Yep. And then if you see that, you know, your paper is lifting, just give it a little bit of glue. At the same time, stick it down. Add some gold. Just sticking all over. I hope you're enjoying making your little journals, your little sweet peas. I hope you post as you go along. You know, post the progress, because that's always so much fun to see, you know, where are you heading with this. All right, we'll do one more. Oh, I love that page. I love that. So after I get all my projects done, that was a little bit too much glue. After I get all my projects done, I have to do my taxes. So I probably won't be doing much. You won't see me on here a lot with anything that I have prepared. There are a few of the gold and neutral packages, and okay, I'm back. I had visitors. I had someone come storming in. All right, so we did those. Let's see if the first one is dry enough to just dust off. And I usually grab something to dust them off with, because otherwise it flies all over the place. See, after all that, just have a little bit of gold left. You can always add more if you want. But a little bit is always, a little goes a long ways. And you can use, there's all sorts of golds. You can get them in little canisters too. And I have all sorts of colors in that. And they come crushed up already, and you just apply them with some glue. They're pretty too, and they're all colors. Isn't that pretty? Just a little bit. After all of that, that's all that stuck to your, to the paper, to the card. That's why I love this little bottle. It's so precision. I love it. All right. Well, stay on the little paper. When I had used the glue stick and come back the next day, I let it dry thoroughly, and I came back and did this, and it all fell off. All of it fell off, and I thought, oh my goodness. So I had to be quick, get some more added with glue, and then get it dried quick so that I could get it in the mail because it was due. That is just so pretty. I really love that. So you're going to do that with all 24 sides, or wherever you want gold. You might not want gold on all your pages. I do, because I love it. But that is what you're going to do. And so in the next episode, we're going to cut, and we're going to punch the holes in them. So you're going to need a ruler to measure out where is half, and you're going to need some type of hole punch. And I think we almost all have hole punches. Whether it's a hand punch, your big crocodile, or just one of those itty bitty hole punches, it doesn't matter. We're just going to use what we have. Anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I will be back with part 6. Bye-bye.